Good morning. I wanted to share one of my favorite books with you. Yes, I have a lot of favorite books, but this one is called Bear Has a Story to Tell. It's written by Philip C. Stead and illustrated by Aaron E. Stead. And when we used to read this book a lot in our family, my husband called it the November Bear story. So it seems like a good book to read in November. It was almost winter, and Bear was getting sleepy. But first, Bear had a story to tell.
Mouse, would you like to hear a story?
asked Bear with a yawn.
I'm sorry, Bear, said Mouse, but it's almost winter, and I have many seeds to gather.
Bear helped Mouse find seeds on the forest floor. When they had finished, Mouse said, "See you soon," and tunneled underground to wait till spring. Bear took slow, sleepy steps through the forest. Fallen leaves crunched under his feet.
Hello, Duck,
said Bear, sitting down to rest his tired legs.
Would you like to hear a story?
I'm sorry, Duck. I'm sorry, Bear, said Duck. It's almost winter, and I'm getting ready to fly south.
I will miss you, Duck,
said Bear. He raised a paw to check the direction of the wind. I will miss you, said Duck, and off he flew. The sun was heavy and hung low in the sky. Bear's eyelids were getting heavy too. He counted colors to stay awake. 3
pink clouds, 2 red leaves, 1 green frog.
Hello, said Bear. Would you like to hear a story? I'm sorry, Bear, said Frog. It's almost winter, and I have to find a warm place to sleep. Bear dug a frog-sized hole between 2 evergreens. Then he tucked Frog in under a blanket of leaves and pine needles. Thank you, Bear, said Frog. I will see you in the spring. Bear leaned against the old oak tree. He stretched and yawned and scratched at his belly.
I wonder if Mole is awake, he thought. Mole? Are you there, Mole?
Mole was already asleep.
Good night, Mole,
said Bear with a sigh. The first winter snowflakes began to fall. Bear goes and hibernates. Many months passed, and the sun returned. It melted the snow and woke the trees. Bear rolled out onto the green, green grass.
It's spring, he said. Now I can tell my story.
But first, Bear brought Mouse an acorn. Thank you, Bear, said Mouse. Mouse was hungry after the long winter.
Welcome home, Duck, called Bear. You must be tired from your journey.
Bear showed Duck a shady mud puddle he'd found. Bear placed Frog in the sunshine until he was warm and awake. Frog opened one eye and then the other.
Good morning, said Bear.
Bear, Mouse, Duck, and Frog waited all day
for Mole to wake up. Finally, Mole poked his nose out into the moonlight. "Mole," said Bear, "would you like to hear a story?" Bear gathered his friends. He sat up straight and cleared his throat. He pumped out his chest, and then, with all of his friends listening, Bear could not remember his story. "It was such a good story," he said, hanging his head. "But winter is a very long time for a bear to remember." The friends sat together for a quiet moment. Then Mouse said,
Maybe your story is about a bear.
and Duck said, "Maybe your story is about listening to the busy time just before winter." "I think there should be other characters," suggested Frog. "Like a mole," said Mole, "and a mouse and a duck and a frog." Bear sat up straight again. He cleared his throat, puffed out his chest, and began his story with, "It was almost winter, and Bear was getting sleepy." One of the things I love about this story is Bear had something really exciting he wanted to do. He wanted to tell a story to all of his friends, and he wanted to do that. He was so excited. But it was right before winter, and all of the animals were getting ready for winter. And that's important work. And so Bear, rather than bursting out with this story, he helps each of them. He helps them find a place to rest. He tucks them in, find a place to go. And then Bear goes to sleep for the winter. And when he wakes up, I can't remember. Has that ever happened to you? You had something so exciting and then you forgot what it was when you had the opportunity to tell it. It happens to me all the time. But Bear and his friends told another story. The story about their friendship and about the winter. And so they shared a story together, and they enjoyed each other's company when the winter finally ended and spring came again. I hope you all have a wonderful week. School's going to be out. You only have 2 days of school this week, which is wonderful. And I hope you get a little time to do some fun things at home. Maybe it's getting time to watch a movie or play a video game or play a board game. Our family likes board games, so we play a lot of board games. Or do a puzzle. Or even if the weather holds, play outside a little bit. It's a little bit of a different type of holiday than it has been before. But just as Bear told a different story maybe than his first story, he found that there are still ways to share with friends. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I hope you'll be able to join us online for our worship tomorrow.